What's up, guys? Alan's here, and now you're guys watching the spoiler review of Spiderman Far From Home. And like I said, I do warn you there will be spoilers and major points revealed in this review. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, go watch it in theaters now. But for those that don't care or that really want to know and keep up with the Marvel continuation, now is a good time. So now, I am very surprised throughout the movie about how, of course, Peter Parker is a very shy character and tries not to reveal his identity so much. So, just like he tries to protect his identity, just like Bruce Wayne does with Batman. So, that's something. But Mysterio, though, Jay Gyllenhaal, you did an amazing job. And there's a lot of things, I was right about one thing that, well, of course not one thing, many things. But, so just because in the trailers you see him as a good guy, always go for the Marvel comics, because they all connect in the end. So I use my Marvel comics experience, reading a couple or four of the Spider-Man comics and understanding this character. And yes, the comic applies to the movie. So I think the whole alternative universe was more like a setup. He did it just to trick Nick Fury that because he was in another alternate universe, he created out the story and just to reveal that the Elementals are coming. It's gonna be like a Avengers threat level, and all of that was just an illusion that tries to destroy Europe so he can become the greatest superhero in history of the world. But he was lying. So that was kind of what the comics was relating back to, that he was always trying to create the illusions just to get himself out of situations. Because he worked for the Tony Stark Industries. He was the guy who was creating the technology and the special effects for Tony Stark. But because of Tony Stark firing him only for one reason, instability, then he decided to go rogue and to start creating his own illusions and tech of his own. And that also when William, in the first movie of Iron Man, was talking to one of Tony Stark's partner, he was behind the technology operating in the illusions also. So it all connects to is how Tony Stark dumped him, kicked him off of the crew, and that he made his own crew to become the idea of Tony Stark and take over the whole technology like he did. So basically he used his innocence and, of course, trickery in order to let Peter Parker give Edith the glasses to him so he can control all the drones for the illusions. So that was the interesting part. The illusions they're crazy. They're on the level that I don't know who would. It felt like Inception to me. You with the whole Spider-Man getting hit so many times, with Nick Fury and the whole building collapse and going to his past and all of that. It was really wow. And finally at the end, he literally did use his Spidey sense to avoid all of those drones and created his own suit like Tony Stark would with Iron Man. So he brought his intelligence to use, which is awesome. And I wish I had these as Edith. If I had these as remote controlled, then definitely I would buy it no matter what cost just for these advanced glasses. Why do you think people on YouTube are watching Google Glasses when Google is on your glasses and you find information and all that? But anyway, so I just thought it was really interesting. But yes, all of that and saves the day, and finally MJ and Spider-Man kiss, so Peter Parker gets the girl. Whoopee. Mysterio faked his death all along. Literally, I think he did it. he, of course, got shot in the belly or abs by the drones. So, and when he put on the glasses, he thought it wasn't fake, but actually it was real. But that's what he was trying to do, to make you think he tricked the technology so he can be able to release the video of who Spider-Man is and what he's done. And I love the cameo of Jonah Jameson, the J.K. Simmons. That was a perfect moment. I was ecstatic to see him again on screen. That also was in the Spider-Man original with Raimi directing the movie and Tobey Maguire. So him being the cameo in the new MCU version of Spider-Man was really awesome. So claps to that. So yeah, I still think that Quentin Beck is still hiding. Just for now, he's keeping himself away from Spider-Man, but still wants the whole world to go against him. So I'm just really can't wait to see how the Spider-Man films are going to be produced. So at the post-credit scene, the Skrulls were taking over Nick Fury's place, and Nick Fury was in space. So it could link that there's going to be either a sequel to Captain Marvel, or that they're going to do the Eternals, which are demigods in the universe. So he's assisting with that. So he could be in space observing the Eternals, because maybe they might be saviors of the world. Maybe they're going to be threats. Who knows? I don't really know about the Eternals, but I do know this, that Nick Fury is somehow going to help the Eternals with the universe, or Captain Marvel. And I'm thinking that there's going to be, the reason why they had his identity revealed, and with the whole Venom movie, and also with the Avengers Endgame over, I'm thinking the only hard part is that Iron Man, Hulk, and Captain America are no longer part of the MC universe. But I'm still thinking there's gonna be Secret Wars. And Black Panther, Doctor Strange, and all those people are still in it to win it. And of course, with Disney buying the rights to Fox, now Fantastic Four is being in part of the MCU. So Doctor Doom is gonna do a lot he's gonna become the new Thanos of Phase 4. So I really do hope they're gonna make a Secret Wars film, because that was one part of the comic series when really the old alternate universes are involved and the real world, and I just really hope that they somehow put Spider-Man in a spot of being one of the heroes, but also having different connections too and all of that, and that'd be actually really cool. So hopefully Marvel start making Secret Wars. But I was also gonna say too that, of course, visually it was well done. Visually impressive. Remind me of Inception. You definitely nailed this one in the park. But it's just, I like the Tobey Maguire movies just because of his originality, and also the Green Goblin and the Harry Osborn we all know of. But also with they kept talking about death of Ben Parker, and with Aunt May being elderly kind of. But in this continuation, Aunt May is so young. He knows that he's Spider-Man, and also MJ and Ned know that, and it's just and I don't really like the Flash in the MCU. I prefer the Chinese guy in the movie, that part of the group that was Flash. But the guy was just more of a what the heck. And there's sometimes points when it just the sequence was a little bit too long, that really kind of didn't go well. It kind of a little bit bored. There was what was it supposed to connect to and all of that. But there was a lot of funny moments, so it kind of got over that jump. But it was still a great Spider-Man film. And I would highly, if I was to rank this, so Into the Spider-Verse is definitely gonna be number 2 on the list. And Spider-Man 2 or Spider-Man 1 will be on number 1. But if I have to put the Spider-Man Far From Home, I would put this in the top 3. it was a well-done Spider-Man film with great visuals, great way to introduce Mysterio, and also to make Spider-Man Spider-Man. Like they really kept the nostalgia of it and made Spider-Man we all know and love of. Well, that's the end of my review. If you really like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel and press the notification bell so you can keep up with my content. And I'm really going to do more filming videos and review content in the future. So keep up to date. And hopefully there's going to be more great Marvel films out there since the Phase 3 ended. So I'm hoping for the best. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Until next time, Flamingo. We'll be right back.